Black Summer is a prequel to sci-fi Z Nation and is a Netflix original spin-off. The series hasn't seen a new episode since 2019, and fans have been waiting for word on when a new season would be released. The wait is finally over. Season 2 of Black Summer will premiere in June 2021. Black Summer was co-created by Karl, Shaefer, and Haymes. They also serve as co-executive producers and showrunners for the zombie thriller, which has a harsher tone than the main series. The term Black Summer is used in Z Nation's conversation to refer to the summer when everything went to hell. The spin-off is set around 6 weeks after the apocalypse and takes place throughout that time. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos that we post. Black Summer Season 2 release date. Season 2 of Black Summer will premiere on Netflix on June 17, 2021 at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Time. Die-hard fans will make time to binge watch all 8 episodes as soon as possible. The epidemic disrupted filming for the series, causing the release date to be much later than expected. What's the production status of Black Summer 2? Filming for Black Summer Season 2 began in early 2020. However, on March 18, 2020, we learned that production had been postponed for 2 weeks, which meant that filming would resume in April 2020 at the earliest. As the virus spread, the show's filming was put on hold indefinitely. A recent Production Weekly article from July 2020 revealed that the series would resume filming on August 17, 2020. According to additional sources, filming had been moved back to September 3rd, 2020. The first season of the show began filming in July 2018 and ended in September 2018. Karl Shaefer announced on Twitter in late November that filming is once again taking place in Calgary, Canada. We learned that Black Summer 2 was filming again in late September 2020. They have been filming for 2 weeks straight in my community of High River, Alberta. According to one of our commentators, we just got off the plane yesterday and are headed south of Calgary to check out an airstrip. Although there have been some Reddit posts claiming that filming ended in late October or November, we're unable to confirm this. Who's in the Black Summer Season 2 cast? Jamie King will reprise her role as Rose, a mother desperate to see her daughter again. Justin Chu Carey, Kelsey Flower, and Christine Lee are expected to make a comeback. Carey plays Spears, a thief who assumed the identity of the soldier who killed her. Lance, a young survivor without a family, is played by Flower, and Lee is the creator of Sun, a North Korean woman on the hunt for her lost mother, who is one of the subgenre's most original characters. But you're familiar with zombie stories. As many characters betray one another are bitten, expect a revolving door of fresh actors. What is the plot of Black Summer Season 2? During an interview with What's on Netflix, show composer Alec Piro said that the upcoming season will have a completely different theme than the previous one. Season 2 of Black Summer has a whole new set of themes that reflect the new surroundings and characters within the show. I'm also building upon previous themes from Season 1, but the sound of the show has definitely evolved and is even more refined and targeted in the new season. Jamie King, the show's primary actor, told Comic Book in 2019 that the new season will be very surprising. What I can tease is that whatever you think is going to happen will not happen. It will always keep you on your toes. It really comes back to like very real human traits, like is the person egotistical? Do they have some kind of ulterior motive? What is in each other's characters based psychology? That's what's so cool about it, is that it really becomes metaphorical to what life is like. Every time I read the script, I never expect to read what I was going to read. Rose and her daughter are reunited in the last moments of the first season. Several people were killed or injured on the way to the stadium. Sun, Spears, and Rose were the only ones who made it out alive. Seeing Rose and her daughter together already seemed like a joyful conclusion to the saga. Sud merely wants to be evacuated, while Spears was simply there to help Rose. Their objections have been met, which means that our protagonists will face a new challenge and purpose in the following season. Another swarm of zombies is expected to arrive and attack survivors. In the first season, there were hints concerning a tsunami, but it never happened. As a result, it'll most likely happen in Season 2. In the next season, we'll undoubtedly see more references to Z Nation. Netflix eventually released the official trailer for Season 2 on May 20th, 2021, depicting Rose and the other survivors facing new perils from both the undead and the living. During the zombie apocalypse, winter brings cold-blooded, new difficulties as frenzied scavengers and brutal militias battle the dead and desperate. The description states, To see the trailer, keep reading. The trailer also revealed a new goal for survivors: to board a plane and flee to a fairway location where the zombies have yet to wreak havoc. The series' mother-daughter theme continues as Rose tries to keep her daughter safe in the middle of the chaos. Is there an official trailer for Black Summer Season 2? We'll keep you updated as soon as the official trailer for the series is out, as promised. It's finally here. In the official trailer for Season 2, we see Rose and the rest of the survivors as they continue to fight for their life. Are you looking forward to Season 2 of Black Summer as well? Make sure to stay Stay up to date on the hottest films and television news by following us on Twitter. Black Summer Season 1 ending explained. What happened to the army protecting the stadium? The army was overwhelmed by zombies, is the sad and straightforward answer to that. If a person died without being bitten, they would nonetheless reanimate as a zombie. The army had not been trained to deal with hordes of zombies, and no amount of training could have prepared them for it. As seen in the end of the finale, simply a few infected would have been enough to unleash complete havoc. The army would have vastly outnumbered the zombies, making it impossible for them to handle the situation. Why didn't the evacuation of the stadium happen? Almost all the soldiers and people in the region had turned into zombies. Because there were so many undead in one place, the army would have been banned in the region and cancelled any scheduled evacuations. Not only will evacuation be difficult, but the location may also be targeted for an airstrike. How did Rose's daughter survive? She was aboard the bus that arrived at the stadium safely. The stadium and surrounding region would have not been overcrowded at the time. When the army guarding the stadium was overwhelmed, survivors may have been trapped inside or taken refuge as the army battled the undead. She was spotted with another survivor, who was most likely in charge of the adolescent. Why were there so many survivors outside the stadium? Numerous people were surprised to see that there were still many survivors. Most of them were armed, trying to get inside the stadium. Survivors in the surrounding neighborhood knew the stadium as an evacuation destination. Many people have assumed that getting to the stadium was their best chance of surviving. Surprisingly, the large number of survivors in the vicinity attracted the infected, and havoc ensued quickly. Why did no one shoot Carmen when she turned? That's a more difficult question to answer. We attribute it to poor writing because given the amount of individuals around her with guns, at least one of them should have had the foresight to fire a bullet into her brain, especially knowing the consequences. However, the only conceivable explanation is that the people panicked and no one saw her coming and shot her before she attacked. Why were the survivors rubbish with guns? The most likely possibility is that most of the survivors have never used a gun before, let alone had to shoot a moving target that happened to be another person. Apart from zombies, it was still early in the apocalypse and many survivors had yet to be hardened by the new environment. Most of the survivors didn't know how to kill because there was so much pandemonium going on around them. Because so many of them were killed so quickly, the number of zombies in that area grew exponentially. Why did Rose shoot Velez? Velez would have never got to safety, and he was pulling the survivors down with him. Instead of leaving him to the zombies, Rose shot him in the head out of mercy so he wouldn't have had to suffer. Some zombies may have passed by his body unnoticed, while others are sure to have feasted on his flesh. Will the gate hold? For the time being, the gate should be sufficient to keep the zombies at bay. This, of course, is contingent on the arrival of any greater numbers. It's been proven that zombies get bored and wander off, so this could happen. One thing to keep in mind is that the stadium has many entrances, so at least one of them is safe for the time being. And there you have it, Black Summer Season 2 and everything you need to know. We can't wait for Season 2 to drop in a few weeks. Keep an eye out on Netflix. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.